Hello, everybody, and welcome. My name is Mr. Kirkton, and I am the English 3 teacher. English 3 is focusing on American literature, and this year we are changing a little bit of what American literature means. This year specifically, we are focusing on the ideals set out in our foundational American document, the Declaration of Independence. The ideals that all men are created equal, everyone has the guaranteed rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that um, the government is instituted by the powers of men, meaning the government is elected for and by men. So, like, the power comes from the people. And then the fourth ideal is that if the government infringes upon these rights, we have the right to alter or abolish that government. So we're going to be examining several different examples of literature that kind of connects to these four ideals. Right now we are in the all men are created equal stage, so we're exploring that idea of equality and what that means through examples of American literature. So the American literature for this first unit we were looking at focused on some of the indigenous or native voices on what it means to be American and what it means to be treated as equals. So we're reading a nonfiction, almost a historical account called The Indigenous Peoples' History of the United States. We paired that with a couple shorter stories from multiple perspectives, your traditional textbook stories of colonizers and natives, as well as a children's picture book. And we did some research, and we're going to continue to write and explore and think. As we move forward into the rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, we will be reading To Kill a Mockingbird, kind of a classic American literature text, and we will be pairing that with a new novel called Stamped by Ibram X. Kendi and Jason Reynolds. So we'll be looking at the ideas of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness through that, and how American literature kind of focuses on these rights and abilities. As we begin the new year, 2021, we'll be looking at the idea that the government is created by the people for the people, and we'll be doing that as we examine the new novel from Nick Stone called Dear Justice. And then as fourth quarter rolls around, we'll be looking at how it says, the ideal that if the government infringes upon those rights, we can then alter or abolish it. We'll be doing some action pieces with this, as well as some like literature circles, reading a variety of American literature books on activism and how to positively impact the communities. And encourage the idea and the accessibility of the American dream for everyone. So that's the class in a nutshell. Throughout the semester, we're going to be doing a lot of writing, a lot of reflecting, a lot of discussing. And one of the central locations where we will be doing that writing and reflecting is on our class PB Works page. PB Works is a very user-friendly blogging site where all the students, every student in English 3 has their own page where they then have reflections, discussions, they do some research, as well as they're able to interact with all of their peers that are in English 3. We aren't limited based on class or hour, but people can kind of collaborate in an age where it's hard to get group projects together because of social distancing and all that. So this is the basic homepage of our PV Works. I've got a lot of our technology linked here, whether that's the syllabus, whether that's the use of Flipgrid, some of our assignments, and then our digital resources, which will be updated every week. We'll have our assignments posted here, weekly stuff, as well as new resources as we continue to research, expand, and explore. So that's it about English 3. I'm excited to have everybody in class. I'm excited to see them in person, as I'm sure, hopefully, they're excited to be here. If you ever have any questions, please feel free to email me. That's probably the best way, as I will respond rather quickly to email, whereas phone calls might be a little difficult with the my teaching hours and all that. Well, thank you guys for stopping by. I look forward to hearing from you. Bye.